Any Olympian will probably tell you they spend way more time honing their techniques than worrying about boring logistical stuff, such as their wardrobes. However, sometimes this backfires tremendously. From loose-fitting trunks to ripped racing suits, here are some of the most awkward Olympics wardrobe malfunctions. Just a few seconds into Yura Min's ice dancing routine with Alexander Gamelin for the team competition in the 2018 Winter Olympics, a piece holding her outfit together came undone. The South Korean skater told USA Today she was terrified for the entirety of the performance because the part of her costume that failed was a load-bearing fastener, and her whole outfit threatened to just pop off. Rather than stop the routine and incur a penalty, Min skated in such a way as to keep her clothes on, with incredibly stiff posture that likely affected the gracefulness and fluidity of her movements and her score. Min and Gamelin finished in 9th place. She tweeted, "Despite the wardrobe malfunction, I had an amazing time competing in my home country. I promised to sew myself in for the individual event." At the 2014 Winter Olympics, Henrik Harlaut really put the free in freestyle. During a qualifying run for the men's slopestyle, Harlaut's baggy ski pants slipped a bit. Despite skiing down the mountain with his loud boxer shorts in full view, Harlaut was not embarrassed. Far from it, in fact.
We're going streaky!
Instead, he totally owned the moment, and moms everywhere probably breathed a sigh of relief that his exposed underwear looked clean. According to The Guardian, he said, "I don't find it difficult. I've skied like that the past 10 years. It's been my style for a while. I'm pretty comfortable like that." After his 6th place finish, Harlaut even gave the cameras the Wu-Tang Clan W hand sign and shouted, "Wu-Tang is for the children," just like how Old Dirty Bastard had done when he rushed the stage at the 1998 Grammys. Jenifer Benitez, an American-born springboard diver competing for Spain in the 2012 Summer Olympics, was just doing her thing in the deep end when something went terribly awry with her swimsuit. After completing a dive from a height of 3 meters and catching her breath in the pool afterward, she adjusted her swimsuit to make sure everything was where it needed to be. Ironically, it was in doing so that she revealed just a little too much. As her scores were announced, a TV camera managed to catch the briefest glimpse of something not G-rated as Benitez tugged on the neckline of her one piece. That's right, the poor Olympian suffered an embarrassing exposure on live television. While Benitez surely never planned to show off her undershirt area in front of the world, we doubt she was too bothered by it, as she had more important things to worry about, like winning a medal for Spain. Still, the whole incident could have been avoided with some strong double-sided tape. Speed skaters wear skin-tight jumpsuits that allow them to zoom across the ice with as little drag as possible. There's little to no chance that a body part is going to slip out of that aerodynamic getup unless the athlete, say, actively unzips the thing. And that's exactly what Russian speed skater Olga Graf did at the 2014 Winter Olympics. After completing a 3,000-meter race, Graf's time appeared on the scoreboard and proved good enough to secure her a bronze medal. She celebrated with a victory lap, and when she was done, Graf unzipped her suit from the neck to her belly button. Why? According to Bleacher Report, she said, "They are very tight. You just want to breathe and you want to take off your suit." That's understandable and totally not a big deal, except for the fact that Graf forgot she wasn't wearing anything underneath. She said, "Only afterward did I realize that maybe this video will appear on YouTube, but I don't think it will be so bad." French ice dancing duo Gabriella Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron were gold medal favorites as they began their short program at the 2018 Winter Olympics. Then things went terribly wrong, not so much dancing-wise, but with Papadakis' wardrobe. The halter part unfastened near the beginning of the routine, and when Cizeron dipped Papadakis near the end of the dance, part of her chest was exposed, flashing television viewers at home and those viewing slow-motion screens in the arena. Papadakis bravely soldiered on during the performance, but left the ice in tears and skipped the Q&A with the media, letting Cizeron handle the questions. He said, "It is not what we get ready for when we train. I am still proud that we managed to pull out a program like that, even with a difficulty like this." Thankfully, there's a happy ending to this story. Papadakis and Cizeron returned to the ice for the free program, scored a record-breaking high score for that portion of the competition, and took home a silver medal in ice dancing. You may remember another accidental flash from close to a decade before Papadakis' debacle, when Gillian Cooke split her pants wide open while stretching during a warm-up for a run at the 2010 Winter Olympics. Unfortunately for Cooke, the camera was directly behind her when her wardrobe malfunction occurred, giving those watching a full view of her behind. Cooke didn't seem too embarrassed, however, and even found something positive in splitting her pants. She told The Sun, "It's a good way to break the ice, especially with new teammates. It always gets a laugh." While Cooke said having her butt exposed exposed was, quote, bloody freezing, she knew she couldn't let it stop her, or her team would be disqualified. She recalled, I blocked it out until I got in the sleigh and sat down, when I was suddenly reminded it was mighty cold. Since then, the clip of her wardrobe malfunction reached over 1 million views on YouTube, with Cooke noting, it's fair to say my glute is more famous than my face. We can all agree on how awful it would be to have any sort of public wardrobe malfunction, but imagine having it happen while ice dancing with your brother. That's even worse, right? That's what went down when Alex and Maia Shibutani competed in the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi. Maia's dress had somehow gotten stuck to Alex's costume when he was lifting her during their free dance routine, causing her tights to get caught too and then rip open. Maia explained, when I tried to come down again, it got stuck. We had 2 options, put the lift down and wait 4 seconds, or do what we did and get through it. Alex apparently ended up improvising a way to get his sister loose without causing them to lose too many points. He recalled, we just had to get through it rather than just stopping and putting our hands up and starting over, which wasn't an option. Once Alex managed to get Maia free, they continued on with their routine despite her tights being torn. However, the whole ordeal didn't help their score and they came in 9th place. Yet, like a lot of the other athletes, the Shibutanis didn't let their wardrobe malfunction get them down, with Alex saying, we wish we could have performed better, but nothing about this performance changes our impression of ourselves. Maia even later told People in 2018, we learned so much from our first experience in Sochi. It inspired us a lot, but since then our career has really taken off.
I think the one thing that's always benefited us is we've shared the same dream, and so we're able to work really well together, and even when times get tough, that kind of pushes you through.
That's what we call a winning attitude around here. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.